Welcome back. So the next topic in our SAP learning series is what is ABAP, that is ABAP. So let's see what exactly this ABAP is. So ABAP stands for Advanced Business Application Programming. Okay, it is a high-level programming language created by SAP. Okay, so just like we have the other programming languages like we have Java as a programming language, we have Python, C, C++, then we use the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, etc. Similarly, ABAP is also a programming language. But here the main difference is if you know Java, you can work for a different company, you can work for different software companies who are developing the application using Java. If you know the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you can also work in the different products for different company to develop their softwares. Okay, same for the Python and same for the C, C++. So those programming languages are we can use in different company. We can work for the different products. But ABAP is developed only and only for the development of SAP application. Okay, this ABAP language we cannot use for any other product development. Like through Java, you can develop the Android app, you can develop some e-commerce website, etc. But with the ABAP, you can work only and only in the SAP. We cannot use the ABAP programming language for any other software development. So this is the main difference. This is the platform specific language. Okay, platform specific. That is only for SAP platform. So through the ABAP, the consultant need to develop the reports. They can create a model pool, screen programming. They can use the ABAP language for the BDC. All for those objects, the ABAP programming language is used. Fine. So what actually the ABAP consultant have to do in the real time? So when you're learning the ABAP language, so a common term is there that is called as a RICEF. We can call it as a reports, interface, conversions, enhancements, forms, and workflow. A common term mostly used in the SAP ABAP field, that is RICF. Okay, so those are the detailed meaning of this. So when any company with a purchase the SAP software, okay, and when they do the implementation, so as for the best practice, all the functional configuration, everything is done. But every company, based on their requirement, they need some additional features. They need additional functionality. Okay, they might require some reports which are not there in the SAP standard system. So the ABAP consultant, once you learn the ABAP language, okay, by making use of that, the ABAP consultant need to develop the reports. So what are reports? A report is a representation of data in an organized structure. When you call a report, it is every report will have some selection screen. Based on the selection screen data, once we execute this report, so data will be selected from the database. After performing some operation, at the end, you can see the output. Okay, so this is one example of SAP standard report, that is sales order report. So this report is displaying all the orders in their system. Okay, a report is a presentation of data in an organized structure. So as a web consultant, whenever there is a new requirement, there are different kinds of report, okay, that we'll learn in the upcoming session. So as a web consultant, one of the role is for the report development. The second object, yeah, this is the ABAP editor. Okay, just for knowledge purpose, like this, we have to write the code in ABAP. Okay, the second object we can call as an interface. In the SAP ABAP terminology, so we have to develop the interface. We call it as the RFC, remote function call, IDOCS, BAPI, etc. So basically, the interfaces are used for the integration. Okay, so the integration may be one SAP system with the other SAP or the non-SAP system. Okay, we can integrate the SAP with some website, with some web-based software, with some other applications, with some other warehouse management system, okay, other CRM system like Salesforce, C4C, etc. So whenever you want to do the integration part, so there we can use the interfaces. The next we can call as a conversion. The conversion means that is we want to convert the data from one format to other, or we can call as from one system to other system. Take a simple scenario. From a campaign, you got an inquiry of 1,000 customers. Okay, now it is a normal campaign. Okay, like we can say a campaign in a shopping mall, campaign on a like highly crowded road. Okay, so all data you have in a text file, 1,000 records. Now you want that 1,000 record to be created in the SAP system. So in that case, to update the data bulk in the SAP system, we can make user conversion. We have different options available like BDC, batch data communication, BAPI, LSMW, LTMC. This is all we are going to learn. Okay, so when you have to do the upgradation in bulk, okay, we are converting here data from the text file into SAP. So all those comes under conversion. This is one example I'm giving. Similarly, you can upload from Excel. Okay, so those kind of objects we call as a conversion. So the next object as a ABAP consultant we need to focus is the enhancement. So enhancement is a way to add or change the SAP standard functionality, okay, without modifying the object. So what is meaning of this? See, when the actual implementation is done by a consultant, we install the SAP system. So we get all the objects, we get tables, we get transaction codes, we get the standard program get loaded into the SAP system. But sometime in the standard object, we need some additional features. We might need some additional field on the screen. We might require to add some additional validation in the ABAP code. So whenever we want to add our own functionality or own field in SAP standard objects, okay, without disturbing the actual functionality of SAP, those type of object development are called as an enhancement. Fine. There are different methods of enhancement that we are going to learn, but this is the simple meaning enhancement. Adding our own functionality, adding our own functionality in the SAP standard objects. So next object in the RICF is the forms. So what are the forms? See, every company they use different kind of printouts. Like suppose you are giving a purchase order to a vendor. So you need a purchase order copy, right? Similarly for the invoice, suppose if you are purchasing anything from the Amazon, Flipkart, etc. So we get an invoice copy. So from where that invoice copy comes? So every company they're using some software, right? The same way when a company using SAP and they are delivering some product to the customers, so they need to send an invoice copy. So that invoice we can design and develop in the SAP. That comes under the forms. We have different objects in SAP like SAP script, smart forms, other forms, which we can use for the form designing purpose. Fine. And the last one is the workflow. There are many more topics out there, but as a beginner, we must know all those things. So what is the workflow? A SAP business workflow is a tool to automate a business process. For example, whenever you're creating a purchase order, so before sending that purchase order to the vendor, your business wants that purchase order to be approved by some higher level authority. Okay, so as a consultant, I will create the purchase order, but my manager need to approve that. So for that purpose, in SAP, there is a concept of workflow, business process automation. Okay, so those are the basic, some of the basic objects as a ABAP consultant we should know. So now what is like roadmap to learn the ABAP? So when we are starting our ABAP journey, So very first we have to understand the ABAP platform, how the ABAP development is done. Okay, which software, which editor, which object we have to use. So first get ourselves familiar with the ABAP platform. Second, we have to learn the ABAP data dictionary. There are tables, views, data elements, domains, log objects, search help. Different objects are there under the ABAP data dictionary. Then we have to learn the ABAP syntax, like how to write the write command, the control statement, if, else, etc. How to make a loop. Okay, what are the routine, subroutine, modulation techniques. Like this, there are many other objects, like we have to learn the report development, function module, RFCs, then form designs, model programming, data conversion, and ABAP debugging. So all this we can consider as a basic ABAP. Okay, I'm dividing into the basic and the advanced part. So as a beginner, first focus to learn all those topics. So once we got some expertise in the basic ABAP area, then we can move on to the advanced topic. So in the advanced, we can learn OOPS, that is object-oriented programming. We can learn the enhancement, which I explained. Then we have to learn the ALE ad hoc, workflows, web impro, web service, OData, and nowadays very common to have like ABAP on HANA, UEFI Fiori, BTP. Okay, so as a ABAP consultant, we start our journey in the field of ABAP. First, learn the basic ABAP, which is must for a ABAP consultant. Once you are done with the basic, then only go for the advanced one. Once the basic concepts are not clear, you cannot work on the advanced part, right? So as a beginner, we have to focus on this object to learn in the SAP ABAP. Fine. So in this way, we're done with the session on what is ABAP and what is the role and responsibility of an ABAP consultant. Thank you.